Today's lesson goes along with 9-2 in your math journal, and I'm especially going to focus on the first page, which is 223, because they give you a pretty tricky question. So I'm going to give you some ideas that will help you answer that question. So, on page 223, you're going to see a picture of a square. It's about the same size as this one. And it's going to say that Juan broke it apart into what he thinks is 3 equal parts. So in order for you to be able to answer that, I'm going to give some examples of what equal parts can look like. Now, the easiest way would be if I just broke this down and I had one part there, one part here, and one part here. Now see how we clearly have 3 equal parts. We have 1, 2, and 3. They're all the same size. So this square, if you do it this way, has been broken into 3 equal parts. Now another way to be able to tell is if I bring up the grid and you can see these lines. See these lines inside, like right here and right here. That helps you kind of break this square into smaller pieces. And that way you can tell that each part I broke it into has 1, 2, 3 of those squares inside it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's try another one. And I want to see what you think. Did I break it into 3 equal parts? So I'm going to start with my square again. And let's see. I'm going to break the first one like this. Oops, move that right there. And my next one, I will do like this. And then that will be my last one. Now, if I said I broke this into 3 equal parts, what would you say? And maybe to help you answer that, I can bring up that grid. Now, if we look inside each part that I did, maybe I'll fill them in to help us out. Let's start with the green. How many squares are inside this green? I've got 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let's look at the blue. How many squares are inside the blue? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Now let's check the purple. Inside here we've got 1, 2, 3. So it looks like if I look at all those squares inside each part that I broke it into, they are actually the same size, even though they make a different shape. This one is really more of an L shape. This one's sort of an upside down L shape or a 7. And this just goes straight across like a rectangle. But even though they're different shapes, they are all the same amount of squares. So this would actually be an example of breaking it into 3 equal parts. Now I want you to keep this in mind when you do page 223. See what you think. Did he break his into equal parts? And then on your math boxes, on number 2, it's going to give you a new shape. And they want you to divide that shape into 2 equal parts. So one thing I might suggest is if you have your school iPad, you can use the GeoBoard app, which is what I'm on right now, to help you solve that problem. And if you don't, then use the shape they made. And let me see if I can make it real quick. I think I need my bigger GeoBoard for this one. So that shape is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is going to be tricky. To here, up to here, and then all the way across to there. Now this is going to be tricky, but what you can do in your journal is start drawing in those little lines so that you can see how many squares you have to work with. And then see where you could break apart this shape so that it has two equal parts. Two parts that have the same number of squares inside them. It's a little bit tricky, but I bet you're up for the challenge. Good luck and have fun with it.